Here he is, the star of our show, Dick Clark.
To me, Dick Clark was the person most influential in breaking down all the barriers in music. Up until then, it was a lot of the formats were based on color, on the kind of music that you played or the kind of music that you performed. And he was the kind that said, look, we're going to open this up to everybody. I don't care who you are. If you love music as much as I do, we want you on the show. 50 years of American Bandstand. What a celebration. Our special guest, Dick Clark, the one and only. Sir, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Thank you, Chris. You've only hit the tip of the iceberg. Tonight is a very, very special night, not only for me, but everybody who ever grew up with American Bandstand. A lot of great memories coming up.
Well, this was 10 years ago, and at that time I was doing weather, but I was also doing station promotion. And that gave me the opportunity to interact a little bit more with some of the ABC family. And from time to time, they would ask us as a TV station, as one of their affiliates, would you like to maybe schedule a satellite interview with one of our stars? And anytime they'd have a special or a big show that comes up, they would ask us to do that. And so the request came down from ABC for all of its affiliates if they would like to take part in a satellite interview with Dick Clark. And at the time, Dick was putting together a 50th anniversary celebration show for American Bandstand. And so I saw the opportunity to take advantage of that because, I've looked up to Dick Clark for so many years as a broadcaster, and I feel like I'm a broadcaster getting my first start in radio just as he did. As I grew up and watched television, of course, American Bandstand and listening to his radio show and things like that, he's a mentor. He's a mentor to me. And then, of course, as he moved on to television, the American Music Awards and $10,000, $20,000, $25,000, $100,000 pyramid, it kept growing up year after year. The blooper shows that he used to do all the time. And then, of course, New Year's Rocking Eve. Dick Clark is a legend, and he's a broadcaster who started as a teenager and pretty much kept going until he passed away. And that was his passion. That's what he loved to do. And much in the same way, I love what I do as a broadcaster, started as a teenager in radio and worked my way into television. And so he was just one of those people that I really looked up to and wanted to kind of model myself after. And it's just sad that we've lost such a legend.
Now, when you started this back years ago in the 50s, did you ever see this, envisioning this thing becoming what it is today? Just the music exploding, American Bandstand doing what it did. Did you have any envision at all of what was to come?
It doesn't sound very humble, but I gave an interview years ago and I saw the clipping that said, he thinks his show can last for 30 years. Well, it lasted longer. It became the #1 show in daytime television in 4 weeks on a test. And
Wow.
It was the platform for the launching of hundreds and hundreds of your favorite stars.
The music was more innocent back then, even at the time when, Chubby Checker was doing the twist, and a lot of people, were saying, oh my gosh, we've never seen anybody move like that on television, get that off television. Same thing with Elvis, when he performed on the Ed Sullivan Show and things like that, and everybody was like, well, this is way too risque. But they really broke a lot of ground and really set the standard for other musical artists to follow. There will never be another Dick Clark. There will be imitators, there will be people that maybe come close to his level of talent, but you think about all the years of broadcasting, radio, television, then he started his own production company. He was into television, movies, special productions, game shows. This guy ran the gamut of all of that. To have that career that he had is just incredible, and it's going to be hard for anybody to even come close to filling his shoes.